The Torah tells us that Noach aya ish tzadik b'dorotav. And Rashi right away brings up that there are two possibilities. One is l'shevach and one is l'gnai. L'shevach meaning that to praise him that no matter what generation he would have lived in, he would have been a tzaddik. The other explanation is l'gnai. Had he lived in Avraham Avinu's time, he would not have been considered a tzaddik. I want to focus more on the gnai and see perhaps if there's a lesson for all of us today living in 5773, 2012. The gnai part is based on the huge difference between Avraham and Noach when they receive bad news. When Noach hears that the world is going to be destroyed and only he and his family have been selected to live and repopulate earth afterwards, and therefore he is going to be commanded to build an ark, does not argue with God, does not say, oh my God, is there anything we could do? Do you want me to speak to anybody? Are there any warnings I can give? It's basically just tell me how to build the ark and my family and animals will be there. On the other extreme, you have Avraham Avinu, who hears in his lifetime about one city that's going to be destroyed, Sodom. And it's a city that beyond the shadow of a doubt deserved to be destroyed. These were evil people. They were involved in every sort of bad behavior one can imagine. And frankly, they stood for everything Avraham Avinu and Judaism disapproves of. And frankly, with Sodom being destroyed, no one else is affected. Not Eretz Canaan, and certainly not the world at large. And yet, Avraham Avinu goes out of his way to really have one of the longest soliloquies or arguments with the Kodesh Baruch Hu in the Tanakh. And it goes back and forth between Avraham Avinu and the Kodesh Baruch Hu, all to argue to save a city that beyond a doubt is full of people who are evil. This is the huge difference between Avraham Avinu and Noach. Noach, when he hears the bad news, he's very happy that he was selected to survive and move forward. Avraham Avinu, when he hears that an entire city of people, bad people, are going to be destroyed, at the end of the day, they are people in Tselem Elokim. They are people in God's image. And Avraham Avinu is disturbed and bothered by this and wants to see if there's any way to possibly find people in the city to be saved. I think in the world that we're living in right now, we see a lot of horrible things happening around us. A lot of transgressions of almost every one of the lo ta'aseh in the Torah. And I think we have two different ways that we can react to this. One is to go into a teva and say, as in Hebrew, She'yacharev ha'olam, let the world be destroyed, we will be safe in our teva. Or look at Avraham Avinu as a role model and say, many of these things that are happening around us we're not happy about by any stretch of the imagination, but is there any way we could find something lekav zchut, something positive about these people that's worthy of redemption? I believe we want to follow Avraham Avinu. Shabbat Shalom.